Hi, you're watching TV9 News. I'm Pratibha. The battle for West Bengal just got a lot more interesting with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee announcing that she will be contesting from Nandigram. Now, this is an area that saw a lot of violence and also catapulted the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee to power 13 years ago. Now Mamata Banerjee is back, and this time around it's going to be a battle between her and her once upon a time Shishya. So how is it going to pan out? What does this decision of Mamata Banerjee to contest from Nandigram mean for the TMC, for her own image as a fighter, and what does it mean for the BJP? Prize at a time when many are saying that she is on the back foot and the BJP is marching ahead. So, what prompted Mamata Banerjee to take this decision? What is the significance of it, not just for her own image as she goes into the elections, for TMC as well? A lot to discuss, several angles to this story as well, and to discuss more on this. Joining me now is Mr. Sambit Pal, political analyst and the writer of the Bengal Conundrum. Many thanks, Mr. Sambit Pal, for joining us.
Thank you, Pratibha, for inviting me on this show.
How do you look at this decision of Mamata Banerjee? Is it her answer to, those within the TMC, the people who are planning to desert the party? Is it to Suvendu Adhikari? Is it to the BJP? Or is it all together one big message going out?
Yeah, it's a very interesting move in a sense because it has different perspectives. As you have mentioned that it's probably a message to BJP. It's a message to Shubhendu Adhikari as well as her own party members because this is a direct challenge that Mamata Banerjee has taken, and nobody had expected that. So she has been a fighter all her life, and this shows that she is ready to take on BJP in a direct fight, and that's why she has probably taken this decision. And this is what Mamata Banerjee signifies. This kind of unexpected move, interesting announcement, impromptu announcement. Nobody had guessed, and I'm sure that she has probably not discussed it with any of her party colleagues. And I'm not also sure if she had consulted Prashant Kishore, the poll strategist who is helping out Mamata in this elections in 2021. But of course, something had played in her mind, and that has reflected here. And this is to send a message to Shubhendu Adhikari, of course, saying that okay, I'm on your turf now, fight me out. Second, of course, to BJP, that she has made this whole fight, if at all, between Mamata Banerjee and BJP, Mamata Banerjee and Shubhendu Adhikari in Nandigram, thereby confining probably Shubhendu Adhikari in Nandigram itself and not let him spread his wings in other parts of the state, probably. So BJP will have to think about this counter strategy to counter Mamata Banerjee's move that has really come as a surprise, and many are calling it masterstroke as well.
Absolutely, but Nandigram itself is an area, not just a constituency, but the areas around it as well. They have a history. For TMC, it means a lot more. So for the TMC to fight from there, if you can give us a little bit of background of what the constituency means, not just for Mamata Banerjee herself, but for Shubhendu as well.
Yes, Nandigram has been the hub of anti-land acquisition movement in 2007, 8, and that had actually propelled Mamata Banerjee's victory in 2011. And she had been the messiah of anti-land acquisition movement, and Nandigram and Singur, of course. Both this movement actually helped her reach to the helm of power in West Bengal. So, of course, Nandigram has a kind of special place in Bengal voters' mind as well as TMC workers' mind, of course, in Mamata Banerjee's mind. And that's why she has chosen this constituency. And this will boost the party workers as well. Because when Mamata Banerjee is fighting it from the front and taking up this kind of challenge and giving this kind of message, of course, this will boost the whole party. There is no doubt about that. In terms of Shubhendu Adhikari had been a face of Nandigram movement, and he had worked as as a lieutenant of Mamata Banerjee from the ground. So we cannot really just rule out his role in Nandigram movement, even though Mamata Banerjee was the face of the movement. So Shubhendu Adhikari had been an MLA from Nandigram for last 5 years,
Mm.
and he is in a sense is bound to contest the elections from Nandigram now. He cannot
Mm.
really back off. Either he will have to fight from Nandigram or he will have to fight from Bhawanipur, which is Mamata Banerjee's present constituency. So he will have to take this challenge, and that means he will have to put a lot of effort in Nandigram as well, which he knows very well. But again, one thing we need to keep in mind that Nandigram has a considerable number of minority voters.
Mm.
Whether they will go with Shubhendu Adhikari and BJP, that's a big
Mm.
question. And there also, it's a kind of masterstroke by Mamata Banerjee, because she is also trying to give a subtle message to send out a subtle message to the minority vote bank as well, which
Mm.
she cannot really speak out very
Yes.
loudly because of this onslaught of Hindutva politics by BJP in Bengal at this moment. But as I said, there are a lot of dimensions
Mm.
that we can find out in this decision by Mamata Banerjee.
Right. But, Nandigram constituency as well, even though that is where the fight began for the TMC, despite all of what has happened, even though Mamata Banerjee, like you said, was the face of the fight, the constituency has also almost been synonymous with Shubhendu Adhikari as well. So, for the voters, it's going to be very tough to differentiate now Mamata Banerjee and Shubhendu. So, masterstroke, yes, but, it's not very easy to say that it's going to be a cakewalk for her.
No, it is not going to be cake.
Absolutely. And it would be interesting to see how things pan out. I mean, it's too early to call the elections, definitely. And now, as the months towards the elections come in, that's when we'll really know what's going to happen. So, the ace card from either TMC or the BJP has not been played yet. So, it's very difficult to say what it's going to mean. But definitely, this move by Mamata Banerjee makes it a lot more interesting. To tell us more about it, joining us now is Saurav Guha, principal correspondent from Kolkata, covering the TMC beat at TV9 Bengal. Many thanks for joining us. Mr. Saurav Guha, a lot has changed after this announcement. How do you look at this announcement? And since you're somebody who has covered this beat as well, you'll know the ground situation. How do you see things changing around not just Nandigram constituency, but in the constituencies around as well?
First of all, I have to clarify that Nandigram is not a place. Nandigram is a milestone of Bengal politics. And the situation is gradually changing. Day by day, it is changing in Bengal political circle or Bengal political arena. And yesterday, when our chief minister announced that she will contest from the Nandigram in coming Vidhan Sabha election, coming assembly election, it made a lot. The impact of the announcement is a lot. It means that Mamata Banerjee never forget Nandigram. Mamata Banerjee never forget the Kisan and the Gaon and the villages. When the Trinamool Congress Party and Mamata Banerjee going against, raising her voice against the farm bill, then it is the better option for her to clarify that she never forget the farmers, never forget Nandigram, and never forget the village. So it is a political. Politically, it is very important for Mamata Bandyopadhyay and the Trinamool Congress as a whole. And the second thing is that BJP, Shubhendu Adhikari, as you introduced him once, a Shisha of Mamata Bandyopadhyay joined BJP, and he was asked to procure 35 seats from the Midnapur districts to Midnapur West and East Midnapur districts. So if Mamata Banerjee will contest from the Midnapur, the highest form of pressure will be there. So it will be very difficult for Shubhendu Adhikari to procure 35 seats for BJP. So after announcing it that she will contest from the Nandigram seat as the MLA of Nandigram, the declaration is getting a huge impact in Bengal politics.
It's too early to call the elections as of now. A few months are left and the ace card has still not been played by either the BJP or the TMC. So the coming months would be interesting to watch. We'll be here with all the updates. Please let me know what you think of BJP's chances and Mamata Banerjee's chances now that she has decided to take on the BJP head-on in Nandigram. I look forward to your comments on that. Please like, share and subscribe to TV9 Digital. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.